If you're a Cade main, then you're going to want to check this video out. We're going to take a look at some of the best Cade claws that you can use on Rainbow Six Siege. So let's dive in and check it out. What is happening, guys? It's Alan here from the Dangleberries, and once again I'm here with Elevate to bring you some of the best Cade claws on Rainbow Six Siege. Starting off here on Shalet, we have a couple for you to show here down inside the basement inside Wine Cellar. Now what you need to do here is obviously reinforce the walls, and for this main wall here coming in from big garage hallway, if you run upstairs inside the dining room and lay prone and break a hole in the underside of the long desk, you'll be able to place a Cade claw on the very far side of the table. Now once you do that, you can actually get the whole wall and down inside the basement, and attackers will have no idea where this Cade claw. They're going to need an IQ or someone to help find that Cade claw to get it off the wall, and this is a really good spot to hold that wall. Now the next one is staying down inside Wine Cellar. It's for the boiler room wall. Now this requires you to go upstairs, and if you break open the main lobby door and throw the Cade claw exactly where I've pinpointed on screen, you'll be able to get that wall completely down. Moving on over onto Oregon for these next Cade claws, the first of which is located upstairs inside the games room. Now this is for that main games wall, which of course everyone tries to get open to get into that bomb site. And if you run around inside the master bedroom and the dresser up against the wall, if you shoot a small hole in it, now in the video I did make it a little bit bigger, but you can open a smaller hole to hide that Cade claw. And if you place it on the side of the dresser, you'll be able to get the left side of the wall in games room. Now for the other side, I've seen some people open up that window and actually place it on the side of the building. Now again, I always check this window when I'm on attack, so I might see that up there and I would shoot it out. So what I prefer to do is if you shoot a hole in the floor just below the window, you can place a Cade claw inside the floor to get the other side of the wall. Now you can move it over a little more than I showed in the video so that it has a better chance of surviving an ash charge or someone trying to break the floor from below. Now the next Cade claws keep us on Oregon down inside the supply room on the basement level. Now this wall, normally a lot of people play elbow with a shield or whatever, but if you decide to keep that wall completely closed, you can actually run upstairs inside the garage and break the door looking out towards back tower, and you can place a Cade claw inside the little bush up against the wall, and it will get that whole wall down below. Now there is another way to do this as well. If you go inside of meeting, you can place it on the floor right next to that bookshelf, and it will also completely get the wall. Now of course there's a much bigger chance of them finding this Cade claw as they will be pushing into meeting trying to get that hatch open. Moving on over onto Clubhouse for these next Cade claws, located on the top floor inside CCTV. Now normally a lot of people put the Cade claw on the floor in Red Hall right here by the drone hole, but I feel like if you have a Twitch drone or a Brava could come in and take out that Cade claw, and it just doesn't seem viable. So I prefer to put it on the wall above the little window frame, and you'll be able to get the wall perfectly just exactly where I've pinpointed on screen. Now this also makes it more difficult for like a Kali to try and get it off the wall, as it will stay up because it's so far away from the wall. Now a lot of people put the second one behind that little monitor, but I feel like I always pre-fire the window and hope that it's behind that monitor. So what I prefer to do is if you jump through the window and jump down towards bottom garage and right above the door of swamp, you can actually place the Cade claw inside the ceiling, and it will be protected and you can get the other side of the wall. Now the other side of this as well is that when you're back up inside the site and they've decided not to get that wall, you can actually shoot the floor next to the bookshelf and get the Cade claw back and use it to protect another wall. Now this next K-Claw is for the jacuzzi wall on the other side of the map. By running downstairs inside the bathroom on the first floor, you can place the K-Claw on the wooden beam above the light and it will completely get the jacuzzi wall above. It's a pretty simple one, but it's much more difficult for them to find it, especially if they're coming in from strip side. They won't see it on the other side of the wooden beam, and you can protect that wall for a little while longer. Now moving on to Cafe for this next claw, and this is a crazy one. It is almost an invisible K-Claw for the kitchen site. If you look right in between the two vents on the ceiling, you can actually place the K-Claw in the small gap in the ceiling. Now it's almost impossible for them to see it, whether they're trying to come in through prep and trying to shoot it out. They won't be able to see it, and it makes it much more difficult for them to get the wall. Moving on over to Border for this next one, located on the second floor Armory lockers. Now what you can do here is by running downstairs inside the supply room all the way over into the far right corner, right next to that white pipe, you can place a K-Claw on the ceiling and it will completely get that Armory wall. Now it makes it so much more efficient to try and hold this wall for much longer, as they will be confused as to where the K-Claw is, and you can secure the round. And moving on to Villa for these next couple, located for the dining room bomb site and the pantry wall. For that laundry wall and pantry wall, if you go down inside the basement, you can place it on the arch above the ceiling, right where I've pinpointed on screen, and the second K-Claw over in the corner above the arch on the right hand side. This will protect both walls and allow you to protect the site for a longer period of time. Moving on to Bank for this next K-Claw, located in the basement level CCTV. This single wall right up against the server room. If you actually run upstairs inside of archives underneath the shelving unit, you can place a K-Claw and it will protect that wall from anyone trying to get that default plant down. Now, of course, you are sacrificing a claw from protecting one of the hatches, but it might be something to take a risk on, as you can have someone in Red Hall holding that hatch and you'll know that that wall is protected from them trying to get it open. So that is it for the video today, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see another tips and tricks video for one particular operator, let us know down in the comment section and we will do our best to get it to you. Now, if you haven't got your hands on the Maverick bundle for Elevate, it's in the R6 shop, so make sure to check it out. It has a fire skin and a fire uniform with a really sick operator card as well, so I'd advise you to check it out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we upload our next video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.